Welcome back. Filled with narratives of diverse genres from essays to nonfiction to poetry, the Bronx Memoir Project Volume 5 tells a collective story of life in the Bronx and beyond. Joining us now to share more about this anthology and more are Viviana Bianchi, Executive Director of the Bronx Council on the Arts, and Pablo Di Castillo, a photographer from the Bronx. Welcome. Thank you both for joining us today.
It's incredible to be here. Thank you so much.
Claro.
Thank you for having me as well. Great to see you
Always.
all.
Great seeing you as well. Always a pleasure to have the Bronx Council on the Arts on BronxNet. So, Viviana, to start, can you tell us about the Bronx Council on the Arts, your mission, and how the council has continued to support Bronx artists, especially during one of the toughest years for creatives during the pandemic?
It's true. Well, the Bronx Council on the Arts is going to hit its 60th anniversary next year. So we've been in the community for 62 years as a pioneer and advocate for cultural equity. And we really seek to nurture the development of a diverse array of artists and arts organizations in the borough. And we do that through programs that build connections, provide resources, and advocates for equitable practices. That's really the core of what we do. And last year, of course, it was difficult for everybody, and we definitely continue to offer all the programs that we do online. And I think what artists were the most grateful for was, of course, our grants program and professional development workshops and convenings that we held. We also were part of the Cultural Solidarity Fund that supported artists with micro grants. So we were just trying to be present there, basically for them as much as possible.
Right. I definitely miss seeing you all at the Longwood Art Gallery, for instance, at Hostos Community College. It was always such a beautiful time to see the work of the council and artists in collaboration
Right.
at that space in particular. But we'll be back soon. I hope to see you all soon again.
Hopefully in the fall we'll be there. And little thing about how do we support artists for us is like through open calls and employment, through teaching artists and so on and so forth. It's a way of sustaining a little bit of the artist as well.
Right. And speaking of that open artist call, so you do have a couple of artists, and the council has their 5th edition of the Bronx Memoir Project anthology. Congratulations on that. Can you tell us about the anthology over the years and this one this year?
Yes, the Bronx Memoir Project is one of our flagship programs. This is the 5th anthology. And basically we gather a community of writers from the Bronx and who write short stories, either poetry, narrative, essays, documenting memories that they bring with them and their lives. And this year was particularly important as many people, I think, experience the Bronx Memoir Project as a way to deal with trauma, pain, loss. So this year, it focuses a little bit on the crisis with COVID and how people felt and remembered those that they lost, those that they survived, different experiences that they went through. It's really a moving volume. And every year it is, because it brings a different thing, but this time it's really full of remembrances of what happened. Also, this year, is the Bronx Memoir Project, as the title says, is dedicated to Bronx writers. But because we had to do it online, we welcomed writers from all over the place, international and also from the United States, from all over. So you're going to see in this volume a few stories as an appendix for those writers who are from outside the Bronx.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Viviana. And I'm glad that we have one of the artists here today, photographer Pablo Castillo. Thank you so much for joining us, Pablo. So your photo was chosen for the cover art of this project. And I think the picture is incredible. The photo is incredible. Congratulations on being chosen. Can you tell us about this particular piece and your work as a photographer as a whole?
So yeah, this particular piece, first of all, it's an honor to be a part of this organization and have my image chosen as the cover of this anthology. As you know, the image is very thought-provoking and captivating, and it complements all the stories and poets of this year. This image was taken during sunset, during golden hour, and it was one of those moments that I didn't expect to happen. It was pretty cloudy the whole day, and around 4 or 5 p.m. after work, I saw the skies was just, flooding up with beautiful colors, and I rushed home as fast as I could. I went home, grabbed my camera, went to my rooftop, and captured the image.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. I think it's
No problem.
gorgeous, and I love a
Thank
lot
you.
of your photography. You have like you capture sunsets a lot. If people can check out the work that you have, it would be
Thank you so
wonderful.
much. Yeah,
Um,
so my work, I love capturing sunsets or sunrises,
mhm.
usually from vantage points around the city, and also long exposures at night. So that's capturing light trails and light paintings, and I usually get really creative with my images. And yeah.
As a Bronx artist, what does the Bronx Council on the Arts support mean to you personally? If you can share that, Pablo.
Yeah, so Bronx Council on the Arts is a incredible organization. I feel they're truly supportive of local artists. They grant opportunities for people that don't necessarily have the means or exposure in order to pursue their dreams. And yeah, that's basically it.
Thank you for that. Besides this wonderful anthology, the council also has plenty of resources, as you shared, Viviana, and opportunities for artists from the Bronx. Can you share these with us and how artists can inquire?
Yes, artists. Well, right now, let me tell you a little bit about the grants that we are offering right now. We are in, for the first time, with a partnership with the Gilman Foundation. We opened a grant for performing artists and performing arts organizations, where those who apply and receive the grant can get up to $10,000 for development of ideas, or up to $20,000 for a production. This is a very unique grant. It's the first time, at least that I know of, that this, this amount of money is going to be given to local artists by a local organization, by a Bronx-based organization. So we're very excited about it, encourage everybody to apply. We're also in partnership with the Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York Foundation for the Arts City Artist Corps grant program, which will award $5,000 to qualifying artists just to do a small community engagement. And those are running in 3 cycles. The second cycle just opened. And both opportunities, of course, can be found on our website, bronxarts.org. I encourage you to go there and see all the grant opportunities. There are also informational sessions coming up. And I advise that those that want to apply attend one of those. We're doing it online right now. We will have one in person or hybrid in person and streaming soon. But anyway, those sessions will allow people to know how to, write and craft a better proposal. Also, the idea is to reach as many artists as possible. So there are going to be translations in Spanish and other languages. And we're going to be working very closely with the artists in crafting their applications. In the fall, we're going to come up with our community engagement grants. So I also encourage you to be in tune for that. And those are the 3 main grant opportunities that we have right now.
Thank you, Viviana, for sharing. So, you artists at home, you have the support, homegrown support here in the Bronx with the Bronx Council on the Arts. So make sure to visit bronxarts.org for more information on those grants and opportunities and resources that are available to you. So before we go, you also have a virtual exhibit currently on view. Can you tell us about Lucky to Be Here and how we can view this exhibit?
Yes, also, I think our website, we designed the website last year, or we finished it last year, with the intention for it to become a real place for people to visit and find all the array of resources that we have. The Lucky to Be Here, the exhibition is, you can also reach it through bronxarts.org. This is one of the first sliders you will find, click in there, and it's a collection of 8 or 9 artists. The curator is Rachel Silovsky. She did an amazing work of exploring archetypes of home through different mediums. And the artists really talk very in depth about their visions and what they do. There's the bios are there. And, so I encourage you all. The closes on August 18th. So I encourage everyone to visit it. It's right online. And it's really a pleasure to look at the high resolution images that are listed there, plus all the other information that is there. And hopefully we will go back to the Longwood Art Gallery at Hostos in the fall. It's the 40th anniversary this year. So yes, just, visit us, either whether virtually or in person in the fall.
Yes, and stay tuned. We'll be here with you. We'll be supporting with whatever the Bronx Council of the Arts wants to come on BronxNet. You know you're welcome here so that you can promote. And we'll be there also at the Longwood Art Gallery without missing a beat.
Sounds
So,
good. That's great.
finally, how can we purchase the anthology and support Bronx artists and the Bronx Council on the Arts? If you can provide that information.
Sure. You can go directly to Amazon and purchase it, a hard copy or a Kindle edition. But also you can go through our website and go to the Bronx Memoir Project page, and there's a button right there that takes you to Amazon as well. We hope to have hardcovers as in a couple of weeks, and so those that can come by the office. We are coming back in person to our headquarters in Westchester Square. So, give us a call if you want to come in person, and we'll make sure to have a hard copy for you as well.
Gracias. Thank you, Viviana. And Pablo, before we go, can you just share how we can follow you and keep up with your work?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram or YouTube at Pablo D. Castillo Jr. or at In the Bronx.
Perfect. Thank you both so much for joining us today and sharing more about this wonderful anthology. Congrats to all the artists and to the Bronx Council on the Arts.
Thank you so much
for having us.
Of course. We'll be right back here on Open BXRX Tuesday.